Hi everybody, welcome to my new journal. I was thinking about changing the name of my YouTube channel to the Harry Potter themed journal channel because I have made loads of these journals as you are aware. So I do apologise if you're getting a wee bit fed up with them. The issue I'm having is that everybody wants one, so this one was made for a colleague's granddaughter. And I really hope she likes it, but I'm not going to make any more of these. I've just done them to death basically. I've made loads of them and I'm just getting a wee bit fed up now. I would also like to say a really big welcome to all my new subscribers. I've got over 150 now, so I really do appreciate the support for my channel, and I hope to be back with more journals to share with you, not Harry Potter ones, other ones, but thank you very much for subscribing. I'm holding this up because I'm having terrible problems with the light. It's an absolutely rotten day here in Scotland. It's really dull. There's very little natural light. So I've got all the lights that I have shining onto my craft table, and I've tried them various ways, but the best way seems to be from the top down, so I'm getting a glare. But anyway, it's a hard cover, and if you want to learn to make one of these, you can check out a full tutorial on Zoe Tofield's YouTube channel. That was where I got the idea from, and all the measurements and everything, so please check Zoe's channel out. I have used two kits which I've previously used, and they are from Ivy Shutters and Dreams Etc. And I've also taken some inspiration from Dreams Etc, which I've done in my previous Harry Potter journals, and there's various elements from Dreams Etc. I do get so much inspiration from watching that YouTube channel. I'm not sure of the girl's name who runs the channel, but the channel is called Dreams Etc. So please check it out, and let's make a start. I painted this with brown, watered down brown acrylic paint, but I didn't like the fact that it was so brown, so I've toned it down with a lot of different colours of distress inks, but you're not going to see it in this rotten light. But the aged mahogany, and there was quite a bright blue one, worked really well on this. All the other ones that I tried on my little sample stick here all made it look more brown. So and I've used the metal embellishments, which were an absolute nightmare to get to stick onto this fabric. I must have every single type of glue in the world in my craft room, and I decided to use glossy accents because it's really good for metal, but it's not so good at sticking metal to fabric, and maybe I should have tried the fabric tack. But anyway, it made such a mess, and I was so annoyed because it was the last thing I did to the journal. And I thought I'd messed it up and I was going to have to cut all the signatures out and make a new cover. But anyway, I think I've got away with it. It is a wee bit shiny because the glossy accents is shiny, so if you look closely in there, you'll see it. I have used some seam binding, and I've put a couple of little copper beads on the end which match in really well. And this was gifted to me by Yvonne Preston. She is also a very talented journal maker, and she sent me lots of lovely stamped quotes of stamps that you can't get in the UK, and one of them was this. So I've made a tag out of it. So she sent me a few wee bits and pieces, so I really appreciated that. And here is just a picture from the Dreams Etc. And I've backed it onto card and painted it with Maya Gold. I think it was a copper colour, I'm not sure. The rest of it's just plain. I'm not wonderful. Oh my goodness, the sun's just come out. Right, let's go fast. We've got some sunshine. I'm not brilliant at decorating, especially the hardcover ones, so I do keep it very simple. This is a beautiful page from Ivy Shutters, and this is Dreams Etc. And I've got a little glassine bag here with some ephemera and a little envelope. And this was, I've got a few of these pages which are printed onto tea dyed paper, and I honestly don't know where I got this kit from, but I bought it a while ago from Etsy, and it works in really well for the Harry Potter journals. And I've got these little Tim Holtz bulb pins, and I've dangled a couple of Harry Potter charms, so there's a broomstick there. Oh, and the first time ever I've sewn on some lace, getting a lot of use out of my sewing machine, so I have done that. This is Dreams Etc. Wizard's World, the kit is called, and an actual page from a Harry Potter book. And here I've done my kind of little standard hidden journaling spot, but I've just decorated it with bits of a antique crochet tablecloth and some cheesecloth behind it. And this is a die that I got in the Craft World store up in Glasgow, and it's a little broomstick, so I've just coloured it in with distress inks. And this is made from one of the little stamped quotes that Yvonne sent me, and I've just layered it, and I've backed it with Harry Potter book paper. Cut out an owl from the kit, and I've made a tag from the Ivy Shutters kit. And lovely kits. Both of these are amazing. And here is a plastic photo pocket which I've sewn in, and this is part of the ephemera from the Dreams Etc. kit, and I've just painted the back with tea to age it, and just plain paper which has been stenciled, and a little kind of cardstock flip here, and I've put a couple of bits of ephemera on it, and at the back I've done some stenciling here. And this is a lovely piece of a page from Dreams Etc. and I've printed it onto tea dyed paper, and this is from the Harry Potter book. And another beautiful page, and in here I'm not going to open it up, but it's a little envelope, and I've just done some stenciling on it. I've made it into an envelope, and it closes with some string, and I've put a little eyelet there, and it's got a charm. And here I have made a little envelope from the kit, and I've used my wax seal. This is a Gryffindor one, just to attach it to the back of the envelope. And here is some acetate which is printed, and you can still see the beautiful page from the kit. And there I've made a tag, and all the tags are either painted on the back with tea, or they have tea dyed paper stuck to them. This was another one of those images, and another piece of ephemera from the kit. Oh, I'm getting shadows galore here. I might have to move to this side now because of the sunlight that we've got coming in. And another Harry Potter quote which I've stitched on with my sewing machine. And I've made a little collage page here, just with a little flip with the ephemera and the Harry Potter image here. And This is one of the cards, one of the tags from the Dreams Etc. And I've made it into a little pocket, and there's a couple of tags there. And on the other side I have used a stencil and put some beautiful glitter on it. I'm just going to get it and show you. My son is a bit strange in that he sees pretty things sometimes and he just has to have it, and it was almost a crying match in the craft store for me to buy this for him, and I thought I'm never even going to use that colour. But there you go, I've used it in the Harry Potter book, and it really is a beautiful, good quality glitter, but it cost me about £6. And I've put a wee envelope here, and this is just a cut out from one of the pages. Oops, that's fell off. And I've done some stamping and some stenciling, and in this photo pocket is some ephemera, or it's actually a page from the kit, and I have printed it on to tea dyed paper. There's 2 of them, and I've just roughed it up a little bit, and that was Dreams Etc. And here I have printed onto a fabric sheet, and I've sewn on the pocket with my sewing machine. And Zoe Tofield has actually done a tutorial showing you how to print onto fabric, but this was X-cut A5 fabric sheets, and I just stuck them onto tea dyed paper and ran them through the printer. Some tags there. And that's Harry Potter music paper, and another page from Harry Potter book, and that's a lovely page there. Another little glassine bag with a piece of ephemera from the kit, and another page. This is Ivy Shutter's previous one. This one is Dreams Etc. and I've sewn lace onto a few pages. And there's another bulb pin with a Harry Potter charm. And on this cardboard flip, there's a little tag from the kit, and this is printed onto fabric and sewn on. Left the back clear. I haven't decorated everything because then it just gets too chunky and people can't add things to it. Little brown paper bag with a little piece of ephemera there. Some stenciling, some stamping, a ledger page, and that's a lovely page. They're all beautiful pages from both kits, and you can combine them and they look lovely. I don't know the official name for this paper, but we would call it certificate paper. And I've made a little tag here with Harry Potter book page and stenciled it and put a little tag in there. Some grid paper, just plain, and I've made a little document wallet here. I've made the fastening here, and this is a page that I got a while ago from Etsy. It is possibly the shop of Nick the Booksmith. It's something like grungy journal pages it's called. So I've just made it into a document wallet and added some ephemera, but it's been sprayed with tea and distressed. Looks really old. And plain there, a couple of bits of ephemera from the Dreams Etc. Another little die cut of a broomstick there. Grid paper, left this tag blank just for the wee girl to decorate herself. and more of that certificate paper, stenciled. Book page, another beautiful page from the kit. Ledger paper, stenciling, paper bag, and in here I've made, I do love making these, it's the kind of, you fold it into the shape of an envelope, and then you open it all up and you've got a long piece of paper to journal on. So I've sealed it with my wax seal, and I've wrote a little message inside for the person who's going to get the book, and I've done it in, it's just I've used my Dymo sticker maker and distressed it all, but it's like this, and it's just a wee message, and to see that it was made with love, and that's inside there, so if they ever want to open it up, they'll get that message. Just kept this plain for her to decorate herself. That was from the journaling kit that I'd got ages ago, and I love that page. Here is just another piece of card to decorate, and another one of those little corner tucks with a tag made out of a page from the collection, and a savings bond which I've sprayed and distressed. And this is a page from the kit printed onto vellum, and certificate paper, which, or is it called parchment paper? It might be parchment paper, and I've just stenciled onto that. And this is a little tag from the Dreams Etc. kit, and I've sewn that in. And a little tiny photo pocket, and I've just popped in one of the bits of ephemera there, another stamped and stenciled page, book paper, a page from the Dreams Etc. And it's actually picking up an image there. Something must have been, I must have sat a stamp or something on top of that, and part of it is transferred. Oh. Anyway, this is just regular paper which I have tea dyed, and a little envelope here for the centre of the signature, and a little metal embellishment and a tag from the kit. Just plain page, book page, another piece of lace sewn on. This lace is a kind of off-white colour, and I've just gone over it with my distressing inks. And another little photo pocket, and I've just put a tag in. This is another image printed onto fabric, backed with tea-dyed paper, and it's really turned out lovely. And that's sewn in to the signature. That's the vellum, and a piece of ephemera from the kit, which has been sprayed, and it looks really vintage looking. And I made a little paper clip with a little metal embellishment and some eyelash trim and some gauze, and a tag from the kit which I've sewn on some tea dyed paper. Oh, and we've got lots of glitter here. I don't know how it got there. That's obviously from the stencil, and I did, and then I chucked over some glitter, and I don't know how it's got as far into the book as this. This is just a wee envelope that I had, and I've stuck it on to this cardboard flip, and cut out one of the chapter names for the book, and that's the last page. So there is plenty of space for journaling, plenty of scope for decorating it. You'll see it's slightly chunky, but it's not to my usual standard, which is pretty much 4 inches thick. But I really love how it worked out, and it's given me more opportunity to practice practice the hardcover journals, which I do really like making. So thank you to all the artists for their inspiration, to Zoe Tofield, Dreams etc., and to Ivy Shutters. And thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.